Welcome back once again to the Combine. Pro Pit, Swedish, Emphasize, Drunk Cake, Death, Thehem, Sankasi, King Toad, Sack, Cool J, Man, and Archie are going to be the participants for this round of the Combine.
Yep, and we see blue team immediately grouping up there. Scylla actually just standing around mid. I don't know if I like that. While the rest of the team is pushing up. They were really just protecting Geb, or excuse me, Sylvanas during the warding phase, which is fine. It's very standard to see your team rotate just to ward, not necessarily to fight.
The funny thing is, I think a lot of people don't realize how safe Sylvanas is. He's probably one of the hardest ones to kill, just because of his passive and the fact that he'll just take one and then root you again, just to make sure he can doubly get away. So
yeah, I mean, all the
he's
fights,
definitely not a Geb, you know.
All the fights early aren't really ability based. I mean, it's more auto attacks that are going to be killing people down. Your ability, you have one ability and it's not hitting for an incredible, too incredible of an amount. Unless it's like driving strike, and then driving strike OP.
Yep, driving strike is OP. So, what's down for both teams? Sort of where you expect them to be placed.
So
that's a very deep red ward at their own.
This is when you need to force the hog. That right there is where you need to force the hog. Thor has to hog. They're gonna get the speed and then go to blue. Go steal their blue. Go steal their blue.
Nope.
Go steal their blue. Go steal their blue.
Nope.
Go steal their blue.
Just delay them. That's what the plan was.
Their blue.
Nope, they're not gonna steal the blue. So the one ward that I've seen so far anyway is that one that's deep at the own red buff of the red teams.
Yeah, for sure. I guess they're worried about the Thor countering
so
early.
Sylvanas and her early push,
That's
maybe?
true.
Is that what
That's
they're
true.
about?
That's probably it. But realistically, they're going to know when they rotate to steal the red anyway.
Exactly. That's why I don't understand it. It's not one that you can't see coming. And by having a ward there, is going to not change anything apart from the fact that you're still going to have to rotate to defend it if you're going to defend it, or you're still going to give it up.
Yep.
Good double top now.
Yeah, this on her Sylvanas lane is just going to destroy this Ramutine early, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's just the power of Sylvanas, and then after that, just the power of on her. Both are incredibly strong early, and they're going to utilize it to the fullest. Hell solo lane. That's very interesting. We very rarely see that, and she'll have a very interesting matchup against the Herc. If she can get a little bit of an early lead, and maybe an early defensive item, she'll be incredibly strong against this, but she always is at risk of dying, especially since Herc went Death Toll. This will be a very interesting matchup, and she put herself in a bad spot. If he hits the... Ooh, that's pure luck.
She did, but she can sustain back up from that again.
No, that is pure luck. She should have died there.
She could have actually killed that Hercules, and I don't think she realized it. If she would have hit the 1 and the 3 onto him, she would have killed Herc in that situation.
That was very poor positioning by the Hell, and she got lucky. If the Herc hit his 2, that was a free kill.
Actually looks like she's going for Doom Orb as well. I feel like Doom Orb's coming with that last artifact at the start.
Doom Orb's very risky.
Could be Kronos, but why would you go Kronos when you're getting blue? I'm not so sure about it. Good double taunt again from this Athena. Athena's landed 2 doubles. Normally, like the first one, I was like, well, that was a bit of a misplay. You go on her. You go, boy.
Yeah, that was important.
That's
great job. Great impale, too. I love the impale to knock her back.
Oh, she's not due back. King Toad just has to leave. He just has to leave.
Yeah, on her kind of dropped that kill. Giannis actually ulting through. They stayed way too long. They saw blood. They just saw red.
Giannis is going to save the day. The hero we need is Giannis.
This Nemesis needs to be careful. Like,
yes,
Nemesis should not have been there, like, fighting that long. She got very lucky, too. I think I see a bunch of misplays coming from both teams right now, and the aggression
from the duo lane was fantastic, honestly. I love the aggression. But then they should have realized that the red buff was available, and the rotation was coming from that sort of angle anyway. From this Nemesis and Giannis, it was likely they could rotate over.
Yeah.
They didn't respect that fact and just hung around too long. I like Red Team's decision just to go for the 1 kill on Sylvanas, though, and not try and chase the Anher, which could have put them in a whole world of hurt and try to pick off both targets.
I agree.
So just getting that first blood was good right inside the diving onto this Herc, which is going to be a kill, but it might be a 2 for 1. It's going to be 2 for 1.
Well, no, that's...
Yeah, it's 2 for 1.
Yeah. But she didn't get the kill. Still, she died, though. Mid Harpy's up. Sylvanas grabs 1, and I think the other went to red team. They're going to rotate to rights, but Athena's coming under them, and I like this decision by her to come under them. I don't think they have really too much kill potential on her, especially knowing that Thor just died. And that was very questionable. I mean, you tower dive... I don't like the decision-making coming from either of these teams right now.
I think when Thor died, it was that moment where Hell realized they'd messed up. You know? That's what it kind of felt like to me. It was like, well, I have to sacrifice myself for this kill now, because otherwise it's definitely not worth whatsoever. It's not so bad because he only got 1 kill, but still, it's bad enough that he got a kill, you know, for a pick. It should have been a pick, but you should be diving anyway against a Hercules of all people. Like,
Yeah.
Herc's got driving strike to get out. He's got boulder for CC immunity. If he can do that, he can throw damage back at you off a wall and things. You got to be careful. But left, going to see a potential gank coming out. There's a really nice roll away from Rama there, actually. In that situation, he preempted the the root coming out.
Yeah. I haven't seen anyone who's impressed me so far. Maybe the Hercules, but that's not seeing much. I think those were mistakes really from the blue team on that dive. Obviously, we didn't watch it, but I haven't been too much of a fan.
Can we just roll it back?
Yeah, let's roll it back to that.
I thought you watched it. That's why I didn't bring it up any further. It's just soon after this, I think, after this red. So
it's right before mid camp spawn. Thorgank's right, which in itself is not the smartest idea. He's really low. If he hits his ult, he just kills Herc. Does he?
But he's not. He's not got ult. So this was a dive without ult. He missed the 1 and he missed the 3. He gets driver shot.
I don't know why he didn't
played
stun.
that amazing.
I don't know why he didn't stun 1. I mean, he missed his 1 and then he teleported under the tower. That was just Thor misplaying, like, severely.
Yeah, but J made the best of the situation as well. He realized to driving strike out of the Berserker barrage to make sure he wasn't taking damage, and pin him into the tower too. So that was really, really big from the J man. I like his decision making there. Thor's decision to gank was just not a good idea. I thought he was level 5 and he dunked down, but he clearly wasn't.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I kind of figured.
Really
I didn't realize that it was 5. It's because he hit 5 off, I think, a creep he got an assist of when he was there.
If it was an all-in ultimate dunk, he probably would have got that kill as well, which is the scarier thing when you think about it.
Yeah.
If he ulted that, he was dead. Like, before Hercules could respond, he would have died because of just his HP. The dunk into auto, into wall, into auto, into spin, or hammer, it's just over. And there's another driving strike onto this hell.
This hell was
really nice
after
after pulling him to tower. He should be dead. Look at that ward from J man. He knows he's up in the sky now, so he's just chilling. But Nem's going to get caught out. They should have done that one coming.
Great wall. Fantastic wall. Hell put herself in a really... She didn't need to be that close.
Giannis, though, with that rotation was really, really good.
Yes, that was fantastic
rotation.
Well. This is going to be important. Great job on Giannis on backing off there. He's going to make sure to secure this. The Scylla should die, yeah. That was a good job by red team for rotating. Meanwhile, we do have Anher versus Sylvanas. Yep, there you go. I haven't watched this Anher too much because I think he made huge mechanical errors early on in the lane. Like, he should have secured a kill 10 times over, and then that allowed the Giannis to rotate after that. So I haven't really been watching him too much. I don't know if you have been.
I've been trying to pass through as many as I can. I mean, in this game so far, who's to know for me? Giannis's rotations have been on point for me. Archie's
for sure.
rotated exactly when he needed to every single time. He's 1-0 and 3, and even though he's not got the highest score, like those 3 assists show that he's been involved in everything that's been going on in this game. Honestly, he's been everywhere. He may have been a little bit late on them. I mean, looking at farm-wise, 3.8 to 3.7 against this Scylla. So it means that Scylla's doing a good job of farming. Giannis not farming as much, but his rotations are on point, which it kind of makes up for it. And he's giving him the small lead that he's got right now.
Who grabbed those mids? Was that red team?
Yeah, red team got those mids on the right.
Yeah, so they have a 500 gold lead. I'm surprised they don't have more of one, considering everything.
That's true. Just sat around watching this Hercules battle this hell now because Herc's having a really good time with this.
This hell
Great
is just
boulders.
making
Damage
the
was
worst.
insane.
This hell is not making the right decisions this game, I don't think, unfortunately. Like, you have to be very precarious in the soul lane to begin with as hell and worry about ganks. And now you're facing a Hercules, and she is getting hit by way too many driving strikes. She should have just turned around during there. She was backpedaling against the Herc, and the Herc got way too many autos off, and that allowed him to.
Like, it's not just that; it's the fact that she should have realized it was rank 10, and that means he's got rank 2 of his ultimate, which does the extra damage, and that extra damage really just like destroyed her.
She would have died either way, honestly, in my opinion. She's standing way too close to the Herc.
Big rotation from this Giannis again. Good beach usage to get out the state. Big 3-man stun from Athena as well.
Great Sylvanas.
King Toe is actually having a really good game. King Toe's having a really good time with this Athena. Every time I talk about him, these taunts are good. They're good taunts every single time.
Anher almost ran into that crush. That would have killed him too.
He was planned. Oh, he's trying to get the snipes off. Oh, Rama tried the big play there. If he would have won that, that's good. But the thing is, they're all still hanging, and now here comes Herc. This is dangerous.
Yeah,
Who's he going to go for?
that was a
He's gonna
nice
get the
driving check,
doubles.
and they're going to pick up a kill there. They should
Yeah,
get
two.
Sylvanas too, and they knocked Hell into
They
the
might
tower.
get 3.
That was
No.
good play by Herc, and I don't know why the Hell walked back in there.
Why is Hell in? I don't know why Hell went back in, but she did some good damage, though, onto the Herc.
I'm interested to see when the first Gold Fury is and who forces it. Because right now I don't think either team should force it. They definitely need to look
I don't
for
know.
picks.
I mean, Hell's over here. Hercules has no mana whatsoever and no health. This, like, if the solo lanes rotate as far over as they did, they probably should have tried to make something happen. Now Hell's probably going to die for that now. If Athena lands this taunt into Nemesis, there's trouble. Giannis is coming too. Hell's dead. Good slow from Giannis
Yeah,
again.
ooh, great route. That Scylla just saved the Hell.
Yeah.
Nice play.
Archie for me is probably the one that I've noticed the most already. Archie and then the Athena as well. Who's playing Athena? King Toad.
Yeah, King Toad has
He's, like,
done. He's been pretty consistent. It's hard to really tell. But he 0-0 and 3.
This isn't the first time we've seen him though, so.
Yeah, he was there last week. I think he impressed us. Yeah, I think this Hell has been playing, or excuse me, the Athena's been playing pretty good, pretty solid.
Well, we're 10 minutes in once again. I mean, we've all pointed out. Well, I pointed out who I thought. Is there anybody else that you stood out for you guys individually, or just teams?
I
in
haven't
general?
seen fantastic play at all from any of these players, to be honest. And the Hell might, or excuse me, not the Hell, the Athena. I can't really tell if she's done too much, unfortunately. But I don't see any standout players.
I mean, Athena's also been good, but she is behind in golden experience, considering her team is ahead. That's kind of a concern for me, that she's still behind the Sylvanas in lane. 0-0-3 hasn't died, but it looks like King Toad's missing a little bit too much of experience in like making sure he picks up farm when he's actually in these lanes as well. So
I'd say
he needs to just
probably,
work on that a little bit.
probably the Herc is. Probably the Herc is my standout player, but I think it's
That's a
just
good player. Keep
the
getting
only
there.
thing is I think this Hell has been misplaying incredibly, and he's got ahead from it. But I did like his rotation into duo to pick up those 2 kills under tower. But I think if anyone is standout for me, it's the Hercules, but it's hard to tell because I think the Hell's just misplayed this lane.
And we'll just watch the end of this engagement, see what happens in this big fight. There's the Giannis ult
Great
coming in
rotation
again
by
as this
Scylla.
fight breaks out. The rotation good from Scylla, but so is Giannis, and I think Giannis is going to pay off more.
Scylla just died to the boulder by Herc,
Good taunt. Again.
and she was gonna reset her ult and kill Herc there. Great ult by Sylvanas, but I don't think there's any follow-up damage. There probably
He's
wasn't
dead.
too much of a need for it.
Sylvanas just used everything. Thor might have actually saved his life with that wall combo though, which was nice from Drunk Cake.
For sure.
Yeah, he really did actually. That was a big save. But from this one, guys, I think we'll be moving on to the next one very, very soon, and we'll bring you some more action from the next ones. For this one, I believe it'll be the Hercules, the Athena, and the Giannis to watch out for going into future ones. See if what the scouts think in a future date. Obviously, we don't have the scout available this time. Unfortunately, we're already in another game. We'll be right back though with more Combine.
You're live.
Solar Link et Ned Sinisty V Antivist Ubermensch Helibara the Manager Mz Sensation and Chop Suey are going to be the players involved in this
Say Chop
next
Suey
round
again.
of the Combine. Chop Suey.
You say that. Oh, that's so elegant. Like,
You mean like an English person? Is that what
Yeah.
it is? Chop Suey.
Yeah, you're like an English person.
Like
it's
an
so
English person.
nice.
Thank you.
It puts me to sleep.
Maybe, hopefully, Chop Suey will perform amicably for us, and I can say it over and over again.
So another grouping just for warding coming out from red team. They're basically like protect the Geb, and we actually see an Awilix. We saw a couple over in NA. This is the first time we've seen it in EU. And for the most part, Weekend, who is a jungler, was not very happy with the Awilix play we saw last week. Outside of I think one person he said
or
did
the
okay.
Surcat play.
Or the Chaac play. He was not very happy.
Or
but as
the
a,
overall jungle presence.
yes, he was very critical.
He was
of
an
the
angry
junglers.
man.
Well, he should be critical. I mean, that's his role, you know? Like, you generally do. You can see when Enki is talking about solo lane, he's critical there too, because that's kind of his role as well. So, people generally do seem to trend to what they know best, you know, when they're talking about
I
matchups and
love
things. And
this. Why do more people not do that? That Nemesis fronted, like she sat there in front of the harpies, saw her come, and he just started poking him. Like he walked up, he couldn't just get there for free like you normally see them do. People do with their double hog starts. That was fantastic. I do not see
Not
that
only
enough.
is it a double hog start, it's a double hog start.
Double hog? What does it mean?
Wait,
What-
what? Oh, it's a double. Oh, the double.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're gonna. Let's
been
see
a
if
long
they
day.
abuse that
They
kind
need
of
to.
pressure.
They need to. I think they need to clear a wave. So we do have an early pause. I'll fast forward this.
Who was it paused by, Hindu?
It was paused by Chop Suey.
Okay.
Oh.
Thank you. You know what? I do like the early rotation. I think this is standard, but to be honest, you know what I really would have liked to see is them wait until both their hogs were up, force a wave, and then go and steal the back harpies and the red. I think what she did is fine, but I really would have liked to see that. I think they could have abused the double hog.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I'm going for that fast rotation to mid lane with the Awilix and then rotate through. He's just safer just because of the
No,
Angus
for
of
sure.
Honest push,
For
you
sure.
know?
It is safer. But Awilix is incredibly strong early, I think. People don't expect her damage coming out from the 2.
That's true.
And but good splitting from both teams there, I think. So very safe
Yeah.
routes for them, and I think that's fine as well. I just would have.
The feather step is really strong on this on our Wheelix. The good thing about a team composition as well, she actually has 3 knockups provided by a team in this.
Yeah, that's a great.
She has Geb, she has Hercules, and she also has
Apollo
Apollo
before
with
next
2.
match.
Before
2.
Rip.
Before ripping.
No, he's still got 2. He's still got 2 though.
His dash
Oh,
does
he has
not
2.
knock up anymore.
Yeah, no, it
They
just
took that out, I think, last patch.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a couple. Can do it.
No, he's still up. He's still on now.
I'm pretty sure it's
Oh, it's
not.
knocking aside. It's knocking aside. No, okay. I was all excited. That was correct, and you guys were wrong. But I guess every dog has his day. Hey, production. Every dog has his day.
We're not production today, though.
Yeah,
we're talent.
Yeah, you're the same
Talent.
thing.
We're scumbag talent, just like you,
Yep.
Hindu.
I'm not scumbag. I don't class myself as talent
that's-
either. I'm just a guy with an amazing voice. Here's a gank coming out from Chop Suey on the left-hand side, though, and there was a knock-up.
Oh, just destroy that on her.
Get wrecked! That's what you don't want to
Chop
do as an
Suey just made
adder.
some chop suey. You feel me?
Okay, leave that to Hindu or Dry Bear, please.
Yeah,
That was a
please.
fantastic. That was fantastic. I mean, the on her had nowhere to go. Chop Suey had his ult available, and I like the immediate back there to get boots too to contest.
Oh, look at the
mids.
mid lane. Oh, the portal.
Savannah's just a little out
He's
there.
gonna live
Yeah,
the
but
best
I
time. But that
like
means
the
the mid's
early back
uncontested
for
now.
Hog 2, or not Hog 2, but Boots 2, because she's going to be in time for these mids, and she's going to have that extra physical power from them if they decide to fight. Fantastic
There's
call.
There's actually something Chop Suey did in that engagement as well, which is even more interesting to me, honestly, is the fact that when Geb knocked up, Chop Suey could have used his ultimate then immediately
Yes.
and pulled him in with the gravity surge, but he waited for him to jump instead because he would have been in cooldown. He would have pulled him in. He would have jumped straight back out again. So I like the decision making there. And now the flip in with the feather step. Nice burst damage from Agony. Good cataclysm. And then comes Apollo as well. Apollo's ultimate leaves something to be
Great
required
pull.
though.
I don't know if I like
That's
this
a dead
re-engage
Apollo.
too much by Nemesis, but it was a nice
Oh,
attempt. They actually might be able to
yes.
burn the Giannis, or not the Giannis, but the Geb now.
See,
It's a
I
little
don't,
short.
I don't like how he didn't commit to that fight there. The Yenna sort of stayed too far back and didn't commit to the Apollo. He just sort of lazily threw down a one and. it didn't
Apollo
really
kind of
do
pooped the
anything.
bed then.
Yeah,
He
I
kinda
agree.
pooped
too.
the
I
bed
don't
too
really
much
think he
and-
needed to ult there. I mean, it's sometimes it works out. But like early rotations from Apollo are very risky because it takes almost your entire mana pool to rotate. There,
Right.
you're almost never gonna have another ability up. Maybe you have a dash or enough for a So Beautiful.
Well, if he landed it in the exact spot where he needed to,
Yes.
he could have got 2-3
That's
kills
true.
for the team, and then they could have got a goal fury off the back
That's
of it. If you're gonna rotate with it, you gotta make sure you try and land it on the exact point you want to, because you low your limit on mana. So it was difficult, but it did feel to me like he did poop it a little bit. He could have been a little bit with it. But so far in this game, I mean, there's small advantages for the red team early on. I like the combination of Agni, Geb, and Awilix in the mid lane. Then that was very nice from them. The combinations. I feel Agni could have done a little bit more damage. I'm not sure how many bombs he had. So I'm probably going to be a bit more forgiven on him because I expect they didn't have all 3 bombs.
I think he
available.
had
If did,
2
they should have
available
been done.
after. I'm pretty sure he
Yeah,
had
makes
all
more
3 at
sense.
that point. So I agree. I would have liked to see him put out a little bit more damage in the mid lane there.
Yeah, it would have been good if he could have put more damage out. Maybe I think his 2 bombs that he did put down were separated as well because he was focusing on overall control of the team fight instead of just like picking a target and going for it. If he had all 3, would have probably picked him up a kill.
So I don't like. Chop Suey just back there, in right lane after doing that blue when he was full health, full mana to buy beads. I think he should be waiting for pin boots at this point, especially because he got an early kill.
This
and
Giannis
now
rotation,
we're going
this
to see
Giannis
a
rotation is fantastic.
Yes. Great mez by
He was
Apollo,
with
though.
Nemesis.
Geb
That's a
will
kill.
get picked up, but I think that was a nice attempt by Apollo there. Yeah, good rotation
it
by
was.
Giannis.
MZ played that really, really well, honestly, to come in, but we're still
Chaac
going
needs to
aggressive
be
here.
careful there.
She's got Agni
Great
coming
counter
in.
rotation. He needed to
Yeah,
bomb there.
Agni
not
coming
to.
in was really good.
Woo!
Nice. Fantastic.
Yeah, just Chop Suey.
Chop Suey has been doing. I like Chop Suey's play so far.
I'm not just saying his name anymore because I like
You just
it.
want his
He's-
name. That's
no,
what it is. You just want to say
at
his name.
first
I'm
it
not gonna
was.
say
Here's the
anymore.
thing. Now it's like double though, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like
this is risky.
like
I
double
do
stuffed
like it, but
Oreos.
it is risky because they don't have a hog. I mean,
Right.
Geb's
But the
rolling
killer
in.
really, the kill Sylvanas if he comes. If he comes, they can kill Sylvanas.
yes, definitely.
Roz not here. They can kill Sylvanas. They just need to look at Agni. Agni's really smart here.
Yes,
Love it.
thank you.
Love it. Keep him busy. Really nice
Great.
work, Agni, on that engagement. Good work from the whole team, honestly, overall. I want to give credit to Chop Suey for the engagement because he knew he had backup coming, but I want to give credit to Agni for the backup that he actually gave as well.
Yes.
Right.
Like, that was important that he came around and rotated when he did, especially considering Giannis was the one that did the early rotation. He was late on it, obviously, because he's against Giannis, but he arrived precisely when he meant to and helps his team secure the Goal Fury as well. So
I'm a
fantastic
big
work from
fan
the red team.
of Red Team right now. I think they're all playing pretty well.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. It's not even on the back of just Chop Suey. Yeah, he's playing well. He's rotating. He's doing everything right. But Agni is hitting his ults on the right people. Geb is playing well. Apollo, with questionable ults, is still doing his job. So
Yeah, he's
I mean,
not
the
he's
funny
not
thing
getting
is as
bullied
well-
out of lane. I mean, he's
This is we've not seen much of a Wheelix before in competitive play.
Right.
We're going to start to see it eventually, I'm sure. But the one thing that you need to realize about Wheelix as well is the fact that she can keep up with the Giannis rotations because of Suku. So she's one of these that can close a gap very, very quickly. So her rotations have been good because she's able to keep up with Giannis. So if you keep an eye on Chop, hopefully he just keeps track. Exactly, that should be a dead
Ooh.
Nemesis.
good
Chop came back in.
positioning. Good Yanis ult too with the combination
Really good
of
Giannis ult.
Sylvanas.
great pillar.
Oh, the pillar.
He could have gone around. He could have canceled this by now. I don't know what that Geb was doing. He could have went around the other way, the pillar.
I just
He
want to
could've
say
slammed
Sylvanas
Sylvanas
got
got a
some
triple.
kills. MVP right there. Sign him up, boys.
Were
He's
those
Incom
like
2.0.
required? Like I didn't happen to notice. Did he? I think his Wisp got
It
the
was
first
Wisp.
two
Yeah.
kills.
It was Wisp.
Wisp got the first two.
I'm
was
pretty
kills.
sure Wisp got all three, to
All
be
three?
honest.
Probably.
Don't worry about it though, guys. Rip Sylvanas anyway in the PTS, so don't worry
Oh,
about
please.
it.
He
Don't
is
worry.
fine.
It's
He
fine.
could
He's
still
dead.
do exactly what he just did.
He's dead.
He could still do exactly
dead.
what he just did.
Yeah, but you're not going to pick him for that, are you? Let's be honest. He's not going to get out of lane, let alone anything else.
I mean, put it this way. Put it
Give
this
me
way.
that.
He doesn't just destroy your life in the first 3 minutes, in my opinion, which is what he
Yes.
did before. So now he doesn't destroy your life for the first 3 minutes. He's still going to be
he
rotating
doesn't
after
do
the first
anything.
mid-harpies.
No, he doesn't do anything.
How does he not
He's-
do anything?
His only benefit is he's probably got one of the better ults in the game. That's it.
And a pool.
But
And
anyway,
and a team
back
heal,
to the-
and, no, oh,
Back
no.
to the important thing.
We'll get
That's the
back to
part,
that
a team
later.
heal. No, we won't. He's dead. We're in EU. I make the calls. Your production. I'm just saying.
We're talent, remember?
Sylvanas is dead. Chat, right, okay. Chat, if you agree with me, rip Sylvanas, type rip Sylvanas. If you don't agree with me, say Sylvanas OP, okay? Go for it.
Chat doesn't know
Let's
what
see
they're talking
chat says.
about. You can't ask
Wow,
chat.
you
Whoa!
never put-
I'm
you never
calling
put
them
chat
out.
on. Chat,
Whoa!
Chat are the viewers, right? Chat has the
All
final
right, just
say.
say Rip
They've made mistakes
cameraman.
now because they're now going to say rip Sylvanas
They're-
because
no,
you
now they're
shut
just
them
gonna say
down.
Rip cameraman.
Don't
That's
do
true.
that.
That's true. All right, so let's. So who's really impressing you right now? I like Chop Suey overall. I think he had I think he made some poor decisions at that mid fight where they just lost. But I'm loving the Giannis rotations too. I think he's playing fantastically. I like both supports. I like both supports so far. I think everyone in this game is playing very well. No one's really making any huge mistakes.
Chops had a good game, Agnes had a really good game, and Geb for me, the three that stood out the most. Hercules versus Roy, it's hard to tell. Are we going to be able to get in?
That was a great
Yeah,
play
I
by
don't know.
Sylvanas, and that was a great play by Chop Suey for rotating back in, and then that was a great play by Giannis for rotating, and this is a great play for Agni for rotating in. This is a great play by Onher and Apollo rotating into this fight as well. Everyone played that very well. Everyone knew when to engage. Everyone knew when to disengage.
Yo, this Yanis keeps
Yo, both-
smacking people with ults though. That's all I know. He doesn't even
Yeah.
need to rotate. He's
Yep, just
hitting.
hit him with it, don't even move.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That was everyone played that so well. And then we have, you know, the farm
This is a
fest
good game.
over in solo lane. This is a great game, I think.
It's worthy of actually being cast, actually.
Yes.
Like, at a decent level as well. Like, it's worthy of a decent cast, the way this
If
one's
only
playing out
we
between
had
these
one
two
here.
teams.
Wow.
All right, Anher kind of just missed his 8 pail on the wave. We will talk about that, Anher.
Have we got a scout? Was he available this time? There's a lot that's standing out, yeah, on both teams. Like, it's gone backwards and forwards. Giannis rotations have been on point. The three amigos and the red team have done well. I'd love to hear about solo lane because I've not really seen them involved just yet, so we'll see. Well, it looks like at the moment the scouts indisposed is currently still talking to teams and things, so we'll bring them in when we can. So for the time being, we'll just enjoy the epicness of this game, in fairness, as we see the Hunters boxing away. Apollo winning the trade nastily, actually, against his Anher. Anher's played pretty well up to this point. Realises that he's in a bad spot, though, and I like his disengage. His disengage was very smart there. He realised the situation he got himself into. Wheelix looking for a pick as people rotate into support, not going to find anything, and bounces away on Suku. So
Suku's so good. Just the increased movement speed and being able to right click to get off of it is just so good. Excuse me. So I would really like to see her just keep up the heavy rotating, find another pick, and then go for one of these Gold Furies.
I mean, Golden Experience is still in favour of Red Team right now, and that's because they got that early Gold Fury. But Blue Team are no way near out of it right now. This fight between Nemesis and a Wheelix should be interesting, and the response time from Giannis was fantastic there. He was immediately involved in that, straight away forcing a disengage.
Yeah, definitely.
That's really good map presence from Sylvester Free. Looks like we're going to see Gab looking for an opportunity in mid, though, but is there something? That's the question. He's just blinked for nothing now. As the rights were contested.
Yeah, Yanis doing a good job of just keeping a little bit of poke damage out on everybody at all times. The ult's going to come out onto the Hercules, and again, with the Yanis ult, just doing so much damage. Putting the portals up for his team.
Oh, the Agony Bombs!
Great Agni bomb placement, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
He caught everyone.
They're
He caught
all
everyone
grouped
with
up
that
right now.
Bluebeard's
Ra hit
ball.
3 people, but it just wasn't
On her
enough.
rotating in the back, picking up the Agni out of position. Now looking for a fight on the Hercules and Geb. I think this is pretty good for him.
He's got to be careful here.
As long as he doesn't
can
get stunned
blown
out by
up.
Herc, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
He
he's
should
gonna have
relax. He didn't need to jump away then. He could just carry on boxing for the time being. He was a bit concerned, a bit too quickly, I think. I think he could have just carried on boxing there, potentially kill one of them. He had no real threat from them at that point, with Hercules having used everything. So, and Hercules has gone very defensive as well. So
They're going to be doing left mid camps. I mean, pretty good call. I don't think they had the opportunity to do gold there. Nice push under tower, but
Hercules. That was nice from Herc.
yeah, definitely.
Just the start step to
Here
actually
comes
get the dragon
Wheelix.
strike was really nice.
Hercules has so much sustain, especially with the Stone of Gaia. He's going to be living through all... Like, if you can't burst him, he is going to destroy your life, because not only does he have mitigate wounds HP 5, but he has, 25 more on top of that with Stone of Gaia, and the 2% regeneration. Like, that is an item that works incredibly well with Herc if you can't burst him.
Oh, for sure, especially when he's up against double mage as well. So it's going to really help him out with that one to be able to deal with it. So good to be able to just continue fighting mid lane. Giannis gets picked. No, he doesn't, because it's Giannis. And through space and Tim comes out to save the day. He'll go back to mid as if nothing even happened in the first place and continue his farm.
Yep. Double rotation onto this Herc, but if Nemesis ult isn't available, they still could probably... Driving Strike's down, they can definitely kill him here. Ooh, missed roll, but he should fall. There you go, yeah.
That was a good beam. That Celestial beam was actually the most important thing about that kill. He positioned it perfectly just to make sure he was unpredictable in his movement, so when he was trying to juke, he juked into it.
Yep, for sure.
So that was very, very nice. And Chop was not available on that Wheelix to really turn up and do anything. He might have to pick Sylvanas mid though. Sylvanas, that's a really smart play from Sylvanas, and he just stood there and took it. Instead of panicking and trying to run away, he just took it to the face instead of turning around and getting knocked up, which is the key to being.
Alright, Chop Suey
on a
just
Wheelix.
went across this ward. Ross should be backing out here. Actually, I think he thinks he wants to fight him for sure. Great job on that turn. One of the most important things that you can do when you're fighting a Wheelix is you always want to make sure you're facing her so she can't throw out the Tiger to get her ult off. And they're going to turn it. That Ra positioned himself so well during that fight. Like he always
Chop outplayed himself.
always made sure that he was facing the
Yep.
Oh, we
Ra played it really well, and Chaac just stuck around trying to kill a minion that was in a heal, and he couldn't kill it, and then realised the mistakes he'd made, and then suffered the consequences for it. Garfield been started by red team.
Yep.
I like this call right now. They've got an opportunity because there's a grouping on the right hand side. They're going to try and burst it, but Sylvanas is here. This is a bit early from Sylvanas though. He
I
could
think
get
that's
turned
fine.
on.
I think that's fine. No one else was in position. They actually now have the Honest ult, though.
Oh.
And they're going to turn so
Goon
hard.
squad.
Great ult by the Geb, though, to make sure Apollo stays alive, and they have
And
to
the
back
stun.
off. But they need to go to gold. Their Geb is low, Apollo is low, go gold. I like Sylvanas going in there early because
Herc needs to go now.
waiting,
Like,
you're
Herc should know
risking.
this is going on.
Yeah, waiting, you're risking giving it up. Going in early, you at least force them off. Like, you just want to force them off right there. You don't really have your team in position at that exact time to follow up by delaying.
All too early. This is crazy. Blue team get the gold.
Yep, who you
They
got?
get it, but I think they're going to get cleaned up. Or are they? Actually, Anher played that really well so far. I think Anher really did a lot of work in that
Yeah,
fight. That
blue
Desert
team's
Fury
doing
was
a
very,
great
very
job of
important.
sticking together. No one's getting out of position. Nemesis a little bit, but the rest of the team is doing a great job. This Honor needs to back off and stop jousting because he's only going to hurt himself and get himself in a bad position. And there it is. The team
Big root from
rotated to
Sylvanas,
him.
though.
Yeah, he needs help getting out of here. I think he's going to die. There's no
Oh,
reason he
he's
should
sprint
live
now.
at least. Oh! That
Oh,
was
the outplays, though.
fantastic. He outplayed them. Just flat out outplayed them.
Yeah, that was
Great
that's
pillar
all.
placement. Great beads timing. And just allowed him to walk right around them.
I mean, even I thought he was caught there, but I should have really looked at the fact he had beads 3,
Yeah,
so
I
he
didn't
could have
notice
just got
either.
cooldowns at any moment.
For sure.
The beads 3 was huge for that. Biggest reason why he survived that situation there was just his juke ability. Played it perfectly as well, in fairness. The impale onto Chop Suey was very, very important to allow him to be able to escape that, and worked out really well for him. Shouldn't have got in that position in the first place, though, like you said,
Yep.
but his ability to get himself out of that situation
Because you will
shows
get,
the sign
you
of a good
will get
player.
yourself in bad positions sometimes in competitive play. Like there's just
Yeah,
it's just gonna
that's-
happen. No one plays perfectly.
That's
and-
huge. For not getting a kill, that was a top play highlight for me, for sure, just from that Anher on his own. That was really, really nicely done.
Yeah,
Really
everyone
nicely
is
done.
playing very well here. We actually do have one of the coaches slash scouts here.
Couches?
I combined scouts and coaches. It's a new word. It's couches. It's a new word. Never been used before. But
Casting and couches together. I wonder what combinations we could come up with that. Trickster, you're
Thank-
here with us right
Thank you for
now, my
joining
good
us,
man. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. What did you see in this game? Who stood out for you? Who were the people for us to watch?
Oh my God, this game was the most amazing. Like I have been coaching the Combine today and yesterday, and out of all the games I've seen, this was probably the most impressive. Like there were, honestly, every single person in this game played well, and it was difficult. It was more difficult for me and my scouts to find who we didn't want to recommend than it was to find who we did. For this
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna give you the really hard one here and say if you had to pick one person from each team, who would you
Oh,
pick if you were gonna
wow.
put them on a team right this minute?
like right now,
Right
I'm
this
picking you
minute.
up.
If I wait, one not on the same team, right?
One on
Just
each
pick
team.
Yep.
One on
one
each
player.
team.
Okay, so they can both be supports, right? Not
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, the support players for both teams were amazing. The Geb, the manager 55,
Mhm.
he played amazingly. He would always go in, get the ult, have amazing peel, shockwave. His shields were on point all the time. Every time his shield came out, I swear somebody on his team got out of that team fight that shouldn't have. He had like 2 Gold Fury steals and a Fire Giant steal.
Wow.
And just his rotations, he was everywhere he needed to be. And then, I can say almost the same thing for Solar Link, which was the Sylvanas player.
Mhm.
He also had some really nice Wrath of Terrors. He got a triple kill near the beginning of the game
Yeah, we
by
saw
a
that one.
combo
Yep.
of Wrath of Terror and Wisps, and that was me and Wiz Kid nearly fell out of our seat on that one.
Yeah,
Brutal.
I'm loving all these players. We haven't seen much from the solo lane. How do each of them develop going into the late game? Because they both have like 1 or 2 deaths off of jungler rotations. How did they translate into late game since we don't really get to see much of them shine early game? They just seem to have a very farm-oriented lane.
To be honest, the solo laners weren't really too impressive. Ubermensch, the Raw, probably was the better of
Okay.
the two. Had more presence later. Had some good snipes in team fights. His healing was okay. It wasn't really like a choice or anything.
Mhm.
Sensation, the Hercules, didn't really have any presence later on at all.
Okay.
And communication-wise,
Unfortunately.
did you manage to listen into anybody at all?
Oh.
No, the teams.
We
Was there
did.
anyone who's trying comms?
Yeah, both teams actually had like really good comms.
Awesome.
Always communicating.
Who
Was there like a
yeah, was
leader?
there a shot caller for either team that was standing
It
out?
didn't seem like there was any player that was like a shot calling more than any other.
Okay.
Seems like there were a lot of calls and they were all just listening to each other and it worked out.
So
It was a really good game.
I think it's safe to say that all these players, if you're looking for some players, all of them should be looked at, especially the supports, from your perspective.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, though. One thing, because this game is so close, give us the spoiler. Who wins?
Who wins? Who wins?
Who I want to know.
It's got to be red.
Oh, this
I
fight
can't
in the
tell you
mid.
that.
We're gonna
You
watch
can
this
do
fight
it.
back. Who wins?
Okay.
It's such a great game. I can't tell you.
We're
You
not gonna
have
get.
to,
We don't get to
have time.
watch. We can't watch it.
No
all.
one's going
We
to
don't
get to
have
see this
time.
again. You have to tell us.
You have
It's
to.
Geb's team, right? If he stole the fire, I'm guessing it's Geb's team.
Oh.
Trickster.
I can't tell you.
Why? Just tell us.
Oh.
You have to watch the game.
All right, I'm gonna rewind this.
can't.
I'm gonna rewind this fight back though, real quick. I really want to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Cause stuff just happened and it looked like Sylvanas got a 5-man ult.
Yeah, I saw that too. It definitely looked like a 5-man ult, and
That happened a lot that game. Like 4 and 5 minutes from
Okay.
Sylvanas. It was
Here we go.
insane.
It looks like, yeah, they're all grouped in the middle. Agni Bomb, they're trying to pick off the Raw, it looks like. Yeah, they burned 2 bombs and a weakening curse, so he can't heal on it. All 3 bombs, actually. And Nimble to counter the Herc rotating in, I think is smart. And then we see just a missed pull because of driving strike here. Do they just let the Sylvanas walk up into their team? Oh, then the knock up into the pull to get Nim out of position as Apollo rotate. Yeah. A 4-man. This everyone's just positioning is so good.
Yo. it's
Everyone.
great.
And then this. I love the ult from Giannis to sit in the back. He misses it, but I love the positioning he took so they didn't know it was coming. He almost picked off the Chop Suey on the Wheelix, just barely missing it. And now red team knows they have to disengage because they got too low, and Wisps Brawl are gonna counter them very, very heavily. This is fantastic.
Nobody dies.
I know.
That's the sign of a really good team fight.
Exactly.
When it goes
Both
backwards or goes out,
teams had
nobody
really,
dies, but
really
one
good
team comes out.
positioning. I have to see. So now I do want to see blue team force this, and Giannis is doing a great job of zoning.
I'm interested in Geb. He actually backed away from the fight in purpose. He's looking for the engagement. Will he be able to come around the back and steal? That's my question. He's looking for it.
So
Knock
Vanas isn't in position for it. He's fighting in the front. Yep, and Hell does steal it. Geb gets the steal.
Red team get
Red
it.
team needs to just back off right now. Ooh,
See,
nice raw snipe.
Blue was
Really
looking for
big
the
knife,
fight.
like-
Red was looking for the objective.
Yep. And they traded 2 kills for it, which is debatably even, unless blue team can grab a tower, and then it's probably in their favor for sure.
Yeah,
They could
definitely.
probably get mid tower.
They can honestly probably get Fire Giant. They have a Rahil and a Sylvanas.
And Geb's dead. They actually have their hogs up too. And now their hog's down. I guess they can't really do it. Oh, great job by Chop Suey there. He's going to pick up the Raw. Weakening Curse. All right. We have to go. We have more games, though, guys. This has been fantastic. If you are looking for players, make sure to replay this game. I'm sure you can search one of their names and find out who won and find out what their names are. But we'll be right back.